Hello and welcome back into the Delmarva Sports Insider, guys. We're going to pick things up with some girls soccer and the second round of the 2A playoffs. That kicked off this week. Top-seeded Parkside hosting the 4-seed North Carolina. Scoreless in the first half, but a gorgeous ball going to be played up to the sophomore for the Rams, Leah Vilov, who's going to fire just wide left, missing the net. So this one would actually head into the half with a blank scoreboard. Now this next play may be my early contender really for play of the week. We'll find out later. The Division I commit, Mayuki Shane with the monster one-handed diving save to keep Carolina off the board early in the second, but the Rams would suffer a tough break. Just 19 minutes left in the game. NC striker Olivia Baker rips one from just outside the box, but you saw it. It deflected off the Parkside defender and trickles into the net. North Carolina, they would take the 1-0 lead. Parkside right here with the last chance,
crossbar
but
challenge.
It bounces off the top crossbar. Yeah, the Bulldogs travel into Salisbury and upset the top-seeded Rams 1-0. And guys, check this out, picking up their first win against Parkside in 16 years.
All right, North Carolina would go on to face Queen Anne's in the next round, tied at 1. Abby Blanchard gets a near goal. The referee said that did not go in. I'm not sure what they were looking at on that one. All right, North Carolina, though, wasting no time. Able to capitalize off some aggressive goalkeeping. Sarah Ferkler going to put the Bulldogs up 2-1 in the second half to give them a lead. The score would be tied at 2-2. Shannon Donovan going to pick up a nice play right here. Check out this cross and check her out to bury the shot right here. She's there on the end of it. Now the Bulldogs would have one last chance with about 10 seconds left off a corner. Check out this header and how close it goes.
Oh,
heartbreaking.
Just off the post. Queen Anne's wins this one 3-2. They move on to the regional final.
We went down. I give North Carolina first a lot of credit. Well coached, great group of girls. They fought hard. They played a great game. And we went down. But one thing with this team is we're young. We don't cave too easy, and we're going to keep fighting until the end. And we were able to answer their two first goals and got that third one by Shannon at the end there. Feels good.
And the ladies of James M. Bennett coming off one of their more successful seasons, but this is the guys team who's also had a great season. They're taking on Chesapeake. The girls also took on Chesapeake, and they would lose 3-0. And for Bennett early on, just a beautiful cross for a strike, and that would give them a 2-1 lead. And then later on in the second half, a strike from the top of the 18, and just Parkside just going to bury this one inside
this
in the
Parkside
6.
and Queen Anne's last week. This was a great dominant performance by the young man, Jordan Laws. Parkside obviously went on to win this game. They advanced in the playoffs in this game. And here is
This
Bennett.
is the one we were talking about, Bennett and Chesapeake. Bennett coming off of one of the more successful seasons in this game for Bennett was all defense in this one. Caroline Scott is keeping the Cougars off the board, but then just a few minutes later, Chesapeake's Brooke Hurst is going to recover a 50-50 ball and go bar down from 20 yards out. A beautiful shot for the goal. Cougars take an early 1-0 lead. And then we're going to go later on in the first half. It's Hurst again who gets the perfect setup pass. She's going to net this one for her second goal of the game. Chesapeake would go into the half up 2-0. And then Scott, she would just be standing on her head this whole game. Cougars with the breakaway and Scott with the beautiful save. But her defensive efforts would not be enough as Bennett loses at home 3-0, ending one of the best seasons in program history.
And here we are on to the Parkside Rams hosting Queen Anne's, tied at 1 at the half. Look at the hustle by Parkside freshman Jordan Laws. He's going to force a turnover, get the ball before it goes out of bounds, drop a dime to the middle of the box. Vince Veneer there to put it on in. The Rams take a 2-1 lead just 5 minutes into the second half. Of course, here's a tip to the young players. This is what happens when you hustle, young people. The ball happens to just find your foot. Check this ball out, bouncing around the box, and the freshman gets a foot on it and puts it into the back of the net. How about that? Parkside would go on to win this game by a final of 4-3.
We just knew that they were going to come out. We knew we had to weather the storm, so we did in the first half, and we knew they were going to be tired. So we got the talent, and we just put it on them. We're going to be whoever comes up next, and we're going to keep moving forward.
Laurel hosting Indian River in the Defico Henlopen South Conference Championship game. 3 minutes into the game, Oscar Cruz Osario slots the ball back across the box to Jared Cordoba. It's a great last name. Easily taps that one in. Indians take the 1-0 lead. Later on in the first half, Craig Rice gets the long ball, cuts back across, and fires one far post. Not a good goal without a great Selly. Ties this one up at 1, and then 5 minutes later, check this out. Wilder Perez sets up for the free kick, goes just over the head of Laurel, heads of Laurel players, and bounces in. Perez's goal gives the Bulldogs a 2-1 lead. Then right before the end of the half, Wilberth Gomez with a beautiful free kick far side ties it up at 2. Then on to the second half, we see what would happen here. Laurel, they top the Bulldogs.
All right, that's all we have for our soccer. We're taking another quick break, but coming up, Chrisfield Field Hockey looking to win the regional championship last Thursday, facing off against Kent County. We have those highlights. Of course, you don't want to go anywhere. They're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.
This is Jody Holloman, head field hockey coach at Delmar High School, and you are watching WMDT Delmarva Sports Insider.